Are you scared to buy your first property? Are you scared to jump in at the deep end? Today, you're going to meet one of my students who was in the exact same boat as 99% of you out there. I sourced this property. I got it for £40,000. She's refurbed it. Today, she's having a valuation done on it. Stick around, watch this video, because throughout it, you'll be inspired, motivated, educated, and by the time the video finishes, you'll want to buy goddamn everything. This is what £40,000 gets you in Liverpool, 1-bedroom flat. We have new skirting, the walls have been plastered, new flooring, new radiators, and new doors. In the bathroom over here, we have a full strip out done. We have a new bathroom in there, and it looks absolutely incredible. Into the living room. Living room's over there. We have that looking like that, guys. Again, fully done. The only thing that she did was she kept what we call a dado rail, but it's on the top half of the ceiling. No spotlights in here either. New flooring, and then into the kitchen, which is over here. And she's done the kitchen lovely, really nice. There's nothing you can really pick a fault at. It's £40,000 property that we have a valuation being done in the next 10 minutes. The agent's coming round. They're going to value the property and they're going to give us a rental market value. First project that she's ever done. And she contacted me. She was ready to go with something. She wanted something really small. Mom and dad are in property as well. So she had parents who have done this for a very long time. So she had really good advice over there, really good advice from me. And we're standing in what she should be very proud of. It's her first project. The only thing is, she's got a little bit OTT, as in the end product in the property. I think she's overspent a little bit because she's let her emotion rule her head, which is something I tell you guys never to do. Right then, here we are with the owner of this property. And hello, please tell everybody who you are and what you do.
I'm Kiara. I'm a full-time content creator, got my own business as well, and this is my first ever investment property, which is very exciting.
And you live in London?
Live in London, yeah.
So this is far?
Yeah.
Why did you buy it so far away from London?
Saw an opportunity and I took it, if I'm being completely honest. I've known for a long time I wanted to get into property, so as soon as you came to me with the opportunity, I was like, do I do it, do I not? And honestly, buying around London is not an option for me right now.
Yeah.
But I knew that I wanted to get onto the ladder as soon as possible. This was my opportunity, so I just thought, go for it.
So this video that I've made today is not really about the fact that you bought a property for £40,000. It's more about the fact that you took the opportunity and you went for it. Because there's a lot of people out there that really want to get involved, but they sit on the fence because they get nervous. Like people live in London, they're like, I can't afford to buy anything in London, or financially it doesn't make sense. And then they start looking at Liverpool, Birmingham, Manchester, up north, Sheffield and stuff like that, and they go, it's too far. Yeah. How have you found it?
It's been slightly challenging, doing the commutes and managing things that I don't know how to manage, in the sense of this is my first time doing it, right? So there's a lot of things that I should have been looking out for that I didn't know to look out for. So being able to speak to people, like for my parents, for example, who are also in property, having you has been helpful, because making the trip up here, I want to make sure I'm getting everything done whilst I'm here.
Yeah.
Right? I can't just pop down the road and check on the flat. So it's definitely been a learning curve. I would still invest up north again, 100%, because again, I know a lot of people that do it who also live down south. But it's been a big learning curve in terms of how much actually goes into the process of from start to finish.
Yeah, well, it is. From the mortgages to the conveyancing with the solicitors, getting the builders in. We've just had the lady round from the estate agents with the valuations as well. What she gave us was way exceeding your expectations. I don't know whether how realistic it actually is, but that's something I'll talk to you guys about off in a minute separately. But for everyone out there that's watching, give one of the best things about this journey so far for you, as it's your first investment property, and one of the worst things.
One of the best things I would say is the challenges. The fact that I've actually managed to get to this stage, and it's only because I faced the challenges head on. Like every time, I'm not gonna lie, I've said this on my social media as well. Every time I get asked a question by an estate agent, by a solicitor, even by you, my first response was, I don't know. Because I wasn't trying to be somebody that I'm not. I was very open to the process of, I don't know what I'm doing here, and I need guidance.
Yep.
And actually that's made it more enjoyable. Because I feel like I've learned so much that now when I go to my next property, I actually will understand.
Well, the questions that you was asking me in the WhatsApp group and then the videos and stuff, you could see that you was actually trying to learn. It wasn't kind of like, oh, I don't know the answer, just tell me. It was like, explain it, tell me. Like, so that was good.
Yeah.
So the journey is obviously what everyone's supposed to enjoy, but it's the part that's the most stressful.
Well, I actually thought getting to the end of it would be my favourite part, but like the education part of it, and even like speaking to builders and like just having those conversations that I've actually really enjoyed. Because again, it's an area where I've never explored before, so I didn't know what I was doing.
Well, I spotted that today when we went through the snagging. And he was like, I'd have just stood here and admired what I did. Yeah.
That's pretty.
And then obviously all the other bits and pieces, it's good for you to learn.
Yeah.
What's the worst part of it?
Oh, there's probably quite a few. The worst part of it has been the stress. I'm not gonna lie, it's been super stressful. I think part of that is because it's so far away.
Yeah.
I like, same as you, I like to be in control of things and know that I can control things. So the fact that it's what, 4 hours away from where I live, right? Having to manage so many people and just me, you know, everyone's coming to me with their questions and I don't always know the answer. That part has been mega stressful.
Okay.
Because I don't know the answer and people kind of, you know, might need me urgently or might need help as soon as possible and I can't always be that person for them.
Yep.
That's been quite difficult for me mentally, I think, as well.
Okay.
But other than that, I would say, again, the fact that I've had so many people to manage has also been helpful because I know that people are doing the jobs that they need to do.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like counteractive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. First-hand experience from somebody who is actually living and breathing property now. Would you do it again soon? Or would you take a break?
No, I think now that I've got the little buzz for it, I'm kind of
really?
When's the next?
Okay, that's good to know. Because some people, it makes or breaks. So some people...
Which I understand.
Yeah, so some people do their first one, they watch people like me on social media and they see me doing projects all the time, day in, day out, and they go, oh, I can do that. And then they do the first one and you literally see them age by about 20 years and they don't ever want to do it again. But then the other people, the 1%, go, I can do this again. When's my next one? They get that buzz. But I think it's about organisation is key. Consistency. Coming when you don't want to come. Turning up. Being here on days that you don't want to travel. And number 3, I think, is having the right people. You had your mum and dad, which is one of the biggest things to have. You got me on the end of the phone.
Yeah.
I think you had everything in your corner because you made it happen.
Yeah.
So yeah. Any words of inspiration to the people watching who want to start?
Actually, my story is really weird because the only reason that I got the builders in that I did is because of a connection that I met in Thailand. So like if I didn't go on that experience, this journey of this property would have been so different for me because I would have had to find builders that I didn't 100% trust and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it would have been a completely different process. So actually my advice would be the thing that you want to do, if it feels scary, whether it's buying property, whether it's, you know, going traveling or whatever else, go and do it because you don't know the connections that you will meet as a result. If you do want to, you know, get onto the property ladder or whatever, because again, this process has been so much better for me because I actually know the people that have been working on this project.
That's good. And I say that to all the members of my community. You've got to shout from the rooftops about what you're doing, have conversations and put yourself in rooms because without people, there's nowhere you can really go because you can't do things with yourself. Appreciate you being on camera.
Yeah,
it's good to have someone with confidence as well because she does social media for a living.
I do.
So yeah, appreciate that. Thank you.
And thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.